Hi guys, so in today's video we're going to look at the top 3 dividend stocks to invest in, and I will be adding these to my portfolio after this video. So as you know, if you follow me, I'm a big advocate for dividend investing, and I used to have a big portfolio in this and I'm building it back up. So we're going to do some research today about what to invest in next. So let's see what we come up with. Now, this video is very kindly sponsored by investing.com, and I think we all know investing.com as a platform where we get our financial news and things like that. They are an amazing platform. But what you may not know is that they also offer an Investing Pro membership, and their Investing Pro platform is what we're going to use today to do our research. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. I actually think it's extremely useful and they have some really cool features. My favorite 3 essentially being the Warren AI, where they essentially have a ChatGPT that uses the investing.com database, all of their financial data, to answer your investment research questions. The stock screener, where you can filter on so many different filters essentially and come out with stocks that match what you want to find. And their Pro Picks feature, which is really cool because it essentially shows you the top AI picks for different categories. So for example, you can see here they have a Tech Titans portfolio where they have the 15 top tech stocks algorithmically selected each month. And as you can see here, they are by far outperforming the S&P 500. So you can see all of the stocks that are in the portfolio currently at any point in time, and of course you can invest into them if you wish to do so. If you are interested in trying out the Investing Pro membership, then you can get 15% off any advertised price with my discount code or my referral link. So I will leave both in the description down below and in the pinned comment as well. So if you do try it out, please let me know and let me know what you think. Okay, so let's get started. So I have asked Warren AI, can you tell me the top 3 dividend champion stocks? And essentially it has done an analysis of dividend champions, and it has come up with the Coca-Cola Company, Black Hills Corporation, and PPG Industries. Now, I think for anyone who is a dividend investor or does research into dividend stocks, the Coca-Cola Company is one that comes up a lot. So I don't think this one surprises anyone. But the other 2 are less well known, I think, at least in the circles that I've been in. So let's have a look at the comparison. So we can see here that Warren AI has told us why these 3. They all offer a blend of high current dividend yield and or outsized growth. So Coca-Cola and Black Hills have high dividend yield, so they've got 3.1% and 4.5%, whereas PPG has outsized growth. So essentially they are growing really, really fast. They are being extremely successful, if you will. Each of them has a 54-year payout streak, which is really, really good. You can see here when it comes to a comparison on yield and growth, they are all fairly similar to each other. The only really big differences you can see are in 2021, PPG dividend growth was huge. It was 9.3%. But in 2023, BKH had a dividend growth of 0%. So those are the only 2 like big anomalies, if you will, whereas the others are comparable. In the table as well, you can see here that aside from the dividend yield, which all of them have really decent dividend yield, especially Black Hills Corporation, you can see the dividend CAGR, so the compound annual growth rate over 5 years. Now PPG has an almost 6% CAGR, so they are best for dividend growth according to Warren AI. Coca-Cola is a global payout icon, like I mentioned, and Black Hills have a high yield and steady growth. Now, what sets them apart? We've got Coca-Cola, they are a global defensive titan. They have moderate growth and iconic reliability. So like I said, everyone has heard of Coca-Cola, and they are a massive, massive dividend stock. Black Hills are within the utilities sector, and they have above average yield and steady dividend compounding. And PPG Industries, they don't have the highest dividend yield, but like I said, their dividend growth rate is really good. It asked me at the end, would you like a side-by-side comparison of the payout ratios, earnings growth, and fair value upside? I said, yes, please. So we can see here what it came up with. So let's look at yield and payout first. Whilst Coca-Cola has the highest payout, so 78% is paid out as dividends, this is classic for a mature consumer staple. So they are so big now that it makes sense that they can pay out this much. Whilst generally anything over 50% is cause for concern, with such a big consumer staple and such a mature company, it's nothing to worry about. But like Warren AI says, it leaves little room for error if earnings do slip. BKH has a lower payout of 66.8%, but a monster 15.4% shareholder yield, meaning it returns huge cash to investors via dividends and buybacks. Now, PPG has the most conservative payout at 55%, the fastest dividend growth rate, almost 6%, and is the only one, according to Warren AI, that is trading well below its fair value. So there could be a really good potential there. Now, when it comes to growth, Coca-Cola is expected to have a 21.2% earnings per share growth, but with a negative 2.4% fair value upside, the market already expects perfection. Now, BKH has a modest growth of 7.5% earnings per share, but analysts see little upside left in the company. And PPG, as the outlier, has an almost 40% EPS growth forecast. It has an almost 6% annualized growth rate, like I said, for dividends, and a double-digit fair value gap. So this is potentially a really good stock to invest in. Remember, none of this is financial advice. Please do your own research as well, but this is what it's looking like here. And in terms of valuation at the end, so we've got Coca-Cola that is trading near its fair value. So again, classic, safe but not cheap. BKH, even more expensive by this metric, minus 6.1% upside. And PPG is the only one that has an almost 16% potential fair value upside and a 21.4% analyst upside. PPG combines a defensive dividend streak with growth and valuation upsides, a rare trifecta. So I'm personally definitely going to invest in PPG, but like I said, make sure you do your own research as well. So it does also give us a summary. Essentially, we've got two champions that give us stability, and one that has the potential to not only pay out stable, good dividends, but also go up in price as well. Now, I wanted to quickly show you as well the stock screener on here, because we can also get to this by ourselves using the stock screener. So this is what the stock screener looks like, and I've already set it up to show dividends with a growth streak greater than 25, but we could also add another one that says we want the dividend yield to be greater than 3%, for example. And you can see here all of the companies that we still have. So let's narrow it down even further. Let's say we want the average dividend yield over 10 years, to be greater than 3% as well. And now we have a slightly smaller list, although still 2 pages of stocks. And we can filter it then for highest dividend yield if we want to. But then we get lower dividend growth streaks. We could filter it on highest market cap. So we've got Coca-Cola there on the 3rd place. So I really like this screener because it gives you the chance to review more data by yourself and maybe compare what is more important to you. So rather than having the AI pick for you and make decisions for you, if you are more comfortable doing that research yourself and choosing those stocks yourself, you can also do that. So if I remove everything and just go back to dividend growth streak greater than 50, we will have all three of the picks that AI chose for us. So we've got PPG here, we've got the Coca-Cola company, and we've got Black Hills Corporation here. Let's compare those three. And here you get the performance and valuation benchmarks. So you can choose what you want to compare just to see how they compare against each other. So you can literally choose from anything that you would like to compare for these. So you can play around with this and compare on different metrics if you want to. So like I said, this is a really cool tool that I'm planning to play lots with. So tell me, what do you think of those three stocks? Do you actually have them in your dividend portfolio? And if not, will you be thinking about adding them potentially after this video? And yeah, thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye.